Welcome to the CACOON in the Open Door podcast series.
Grew up in Romania, specifically Sibiu. Really wonderful city. 2007 was it was selected as the European art capital for that year. So every year, the European Union selects one city out
In
of the year.
2007?
2007, yes.
That's not when you came over here.
No, but I'm just saying the city of myself. I'm trying to tie that the city in itself is pretty awesome.
Okay.
Like I said, 2007 was selected as the art capital of Europe for the entire year.
All right.
So it was really nice. It's actually a pretty awesome city. So I came here in 1995 due to one of the first preliminary governmental visa lotteries that U.S. provided access to a lot of underdeveloped countries. I guess underdeveloped. I don't like to use that word, but I guess people might resonate with it better. But yeah, they offered it to it. At first, if I'm not mistaken, the first time they did it was just it was in the newspaper announcement. It was a cutout. Fill out your name, send it in. Next thing you know, we filled that out, send it in, and they had a selective process of like 20-some countries where everybody submitted. And I think they took a pool. I may not be necessarily fully, but just to give you a gist, I think there was like 500,000 people that were selected out of those initial entries.
500,000 people?
Yeah.
Wow.
So from then, they go in. Now they provide you with actually official paperwork that you have to go in there and pretty much create your own dossier, fill out every specific aspect of your life, family members, school, education, everything. Pretty much a whole full background check. Then those get submitted, resubmitted. Then you had agents that will go through them, and they now narrow down those applicants to, I think, something like 50,000 people. And then they get your second part of official documentation where you got to do now some additional more information if they required, and then you have to set up an interview process. So out of the interview process, you go in, the interview, you also have to do medical background checks and things like that you have to submit, medical tests, and then they select that, and I think at the end, 25,000 people would receive a visa of entry into the United States. So apparently we're part of the lucky ones. So came to the States. We had to provide somebody from the States as a sponsorship. My dad has some friends that he grew up with that were already living in Chicago for previous 20 years, and they decided to be our sponsors, which means you have somebody to pick you up from the airport, yada, yada. Came here, and that was it.
So sponsorship, what does that mean?
Sponsorship is a way of the government ensuring that if somebody were to enter the United States, they will not become a liability to the state.
I see.
But rather, somebody has to vouch for you that they will feed you, clothe you, and offer you housing.
Right. So this is like, when America started, that's actually how it worked. They would bring people in, and in order for, I believe, certain individuals to come in, you had to have someone already here that would do that.
It's a very clever way of always ensuring that you have the smartest, brightest minds.
Right. And
So
that's actually what I was thinking about.
That's what it is.
I'm like, well, this sounds like recruiting.
Yep. And it's a social recruitment of always ensuring that the people that come in and give you the highest return on their investment.
You've been listening to the Open Door podcast series. The Open Door is part of the CACOON, the creative action centers of online open source networks. Tune in weekly, where we share ideas on consciousness, health, and creativity. Together, we are taking action where the 99% transform into the 100%.